What's good, YouTube? DG Whips are back in with another video. Thank you guys for clicking on the video and watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new, and if you're not, let's go ahead and jump into it. It's actually pretty clean right now. I haven't been driving it too much lately. I've been mostly just driving this as the daily. I have decided to keep this. I don't know if you guys have seen the last video or whatnot. That Outback over there that's kind of stowed away in the corner, yeah, I'm getting rid of that. I'm tired of it. I hate it. I don't drive it, and it's just taking up space, and I don't need 3 cars right now. So yeah, I wanted to talk about being boosted at like 170,000 miles. I'm not quite there yet. I'm like a few hundred miles off, but I wanted to make the video about it. I've been boosted for like 8,000 miles now on this high mileage VQ motor. I have taken care of it. I am the second owner and kept up with regular oil changes and all the regular maintenance its whole life pretty much, and I've had a few issues but nothing too major, and decided to boost it. And it's also a rear mount turbo. Again, this is for you guys that are new. If you're regularly following my channel, you already know all this, but yep, turbocharger is right there. You can see it. There is a little bit of like leakage. I didn't say my whole setup was perfect right now, but yeah. You see the wastegate, the scavenge pump and everything. It's a little dirty and stuff, obviously, because it's right by the ground, but just wanted to give you guys a review on how the car's been going, what it's like being boosted with an automatic G35 at 170,000 miles, and how reliable it's been and any issues I've had. And so just to start, I've actually been relatively issue free most of the time. Now the biggest issues I would have would be at first was like the oil return, which I still have a little bit of issue with. I have oil in my intake. I have oil in the intake and charge pipe and everything. So every once in a while I have to clean the mass airflow sensor and all that stuff, and clean out the intercooler and all that. And I have a lot of piping, so that's a lot of oil I have to like clean out. But I think I just need to reposition the scavenge pump, because the drain has to go up into the scavenge pump, and the pump does better at pushing rather than like pulling and sucking. So I do need to redo that. I've redone it a few times. I need to redo it once more to make it like perfect. I've had couplers pop off a few times. Most of them was my fault. I just didn't tighten a few T-bolt clamps, and then some of them you have to make sure that all your piping is flared to some degree. That way, if the coupler tries to slide, it's going to catch the lip of the flare, and there's no way it can slide off as long as the T-bolt is tight, or whatever clamp you're using. I personally would recommend fabricating the cold side as well as the hot side, whether you do it yourself or you have a shop do it, because it's going to save yourself from dealing with all the couplers and everything. And mine is very like, I kind of just figured it out. It's hard to tell. I just got universal piping and just made it work, different couplers, different angles, and I kind of just made it work. That was a little difficult. It took a lot of planning, and it's still not perfect for sure. I have one part of the piping that hangs a little low, and it's not too crazy. I can still drive, but I like my practicality and being able to drive around and not scrape stuff, and I have to be extra careful now. And I actually have popped a whole pipe off because I hit the grounds on a really awful speed bump like 2 or 3 times, which sucked. I mean, it's not that bad. I just have to get back underneath the car and re-put it on. But now, has this car ever left me stranded? No, it has not. I've taken this on pretty long drives and I've had no issues with overheating, oil pressure loss, anything like that. The car's good. Again, make sure before you do anything like this, everything's 100% before you do this. Make sure all your cooling system is good, or it's pretty brand new, water pump, timing, everything, sensors, all that good stuff. Make sure your radiator isn't clogged. I would actually recommend an aftermarket radiator, especially if you're in a hot climate like where I live. Car's been really good to me. I had a small issue with the mass airflow sensor not reading correctly. Now that's because it was like coated in oil. I cleaned it and then had no issues with that after. So I was just going to replace the mass airflow sensor because it's still the OG, and this mileage I would think it would go out by now, but it hasn't. So that's still good. And I've been hitting boost like pretty decently, and it's been pretty reliable. It has not left me stranded yet. Nothing has blown up yet. Fingers crossed. Now I did have a big hiccup with thinking I blew my head gasket, but that was just because I did not know what E85 does to your oil, and it will mix with your oil. Dude, this fly is bothering me. Get out of here. It will mix with your oil like a lot more than regular fuel, and it will actually make your oil look milky. And it was actually coming out of my exhaust when I started the car one morning, and I was like, oh dude, I'm screwed. There's like milk coming out of the exhaust, and then there's milky oil cap and everything. I was like, my head gasket's blown, I'm screwed. I'm not gonna be able to drive it for a while. So I didn't drive it for like, I don't know, a month and a half. I discovered it was just the E85 mixing with the oil, and you have to change your oil a little more often when you're running E, especially because it uses more fuel when you use the 85 and everything. So changed the oil, did everything. Everything is good. I have no blown head gasket, fortunately. And I have been driving, I've probably driven like 2,000 miles since then. So everything's been good. Again, I've been boosting and had no issues. I'm not even like having boost issues. The turbo's been good. The max speeding rod's turbo, that's been good. I might actually downsize that turbo and go to a T4 that I have lying around. It's around here somewhere. It's up there or something. But yeah, I want a little bit quicker spool. Again, because it's rear mount, you got to compensate for the lag a little bit. It's not crazy lag. Like a lot of people will try to say like, oh, it takes forever. It really isn't like that. It's just gonna feel like you have a bigger turbo. Other than that, like it's fine. Lag is really in the turbo size mostly, and along with like your intercooler piping and all that stuff. So if you go big on everything, yeah, you're gonna lag regardless. Now, the biggest issue I have and currently have right now, I'm going to say, is oil leaks, guys. I have probably redone every seal in this car. Some of them I've done 2, 3, 4 times. Like no kidding, valve covers I've done 3, 4 times. Timing cover I've done twice. And because there's a seal on the bottom that I messed up, I didn't do right, I guess. I did the upper oil pan, so the one where I have to drop the whole subframe, the rear main seal, the oil pan at least 5 or 6 times. The oil pan still leaks. I really don't know why it leaks. Like I don't get it. I think it's that oil spacer I have actually. I think the oil pan leaks because of the Z1 pan spacer I have. I think it's just like it doesn't want to seal properly the way it is. I don't know. I don't really know what's going on there. But it leaks. Yeah, it kind of sucks, but honestly, for that being the only big issue I have, being boosted at this miles, it's been great. Like I can't really complain too hard. It's just a small price to pay. Again, I can go and try to retouch up some of the leaks at this point. I plan on getting either a motor rebuild, forge internals, or motor swap. I'm still, you know, guys, I'm still on the fence about what I'm gonna do. Once I know what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just pull a trigger and do it. I'm definitely gonna manual swap it and everything. So I'm just gonna deal with it, and then once I do all that, that's gonna fix a lot of the problems, I'm sure, with the leaks, because everything will be literally brand new and professionally done and everything. So I am gonna say though, if you boost your G, you're gonna deal with oil leaks, and if you somehow don't have any oil leaks, like, I applaud you. Like, I've done everything to factory spec, use the right gasket maker, use the right gaskets, factory stuff. I torque things down in order into spec and everything. I wait the 24 hours for stuff to dry. It leaks. Like, I don't get it. It's a little frustrating, but it's all good. Just obviously, I keep up with my oil. I literally check it every time I get in the car, make sure everything is good. So yeah, besides leaks and the occasional coupler popping off, the car has been pretty good, and I've been taking it out, and it's been great to me. It's such a fun car. I really can't wait to do more to this. I'm going to start working a lot more again, because I am back on my BS. I am back on the grind. I'm not messing around no more. I am trying to get this to how I want it to. This is my baby, and this is the channel. This is a goal of mine, to get to 500 horsepower, and we're gonna do that. So, oh, by the way, I may have put the PA system in the WRX, since I'm deciding to keep it. Also, I got a couple of lease stickers. I hope I don't get demonetized because of this. I'll probably put this, I have one in the G. I'm gonna put one on here as well, probably on the side window or something. I don't know if you guys have Fuku Burger where you're at, but there's this food place called Fuku Burger. It's really good, and they sell those stickers for $1, and I don't know, it's kind of funny. Thank you guys again so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, once again, don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up with the content. Also hit the notification bell if you'd like. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. I'm at your door like Clara said, and you got strap, I'm too